Changes in the Earth since its origin. Based on radioactivity, geologists estimate that the planet Earth is more than 4.5 billion years old. This is amply supported by a study of rock samples from the Moon and also from meteoroids. Earth is constantly acted upon by various physical and chemical forces. As a result, planet Earth has been changing constantly. Even today, no one exactly knows how the Earth was formed, but many scientists have proposed ideas about its origins. One of the most accepted among these is the dust cloud hypothesis. According to this hypothesis, the solar system was formed from one of the huge clouds of dust and gas present in the universe, which, when acted upon by gravitational forces, got condensed more than 5 billion years ago. The Earth began as a cold aggregate as planetesimals. The kinetic energy is converted into heat when planetesimals collide with one another. The radioactive disintegration of uranium, thorium, and potassium added to this heat. Due to compression, the semi-solid state of the matter got formed. This process continued for about 800 million years. This obliterated all surface records of the Earth for its first 800 million years of existence. The molten material of the Earth began to reorganize itself under the influence of gravity. The molten heavy drops of iron began to fall to the center of the Earth, displacing the lighter constituents to upper regions. The organization of the Earth into layered state is called differentiation. During the process of differentiation, gases and water vapor trapped in the primitive material were liberated to form the atmosphere and the oceans. There is a continuous flow of energy from the hot interior layers to the outer cooler surface layers. All the internal processes are controlled by these convection currents. The landmass was formed due to the gradual cooling of the outer layers. About 400 million years ago, there was a supercontinent called Gondwana in the southern hemisphere and a supercontinent called Laurasia in the northern hemisphere. About 200 million years ago, all the Earth's continents were punched together in a single huge continent called Pangaea. Pushed by the ocean floor, Pangaea probably broke up more than 100 million years ago and formed different continents. From the estimated ages of the fossils found in rocks, scientists have deduced that the continents have drifted and moved apart. This movement of the continents is called continental drift. The Earth's crust has been constantly fractured and reorganized, forming new continents and oceans in the process. Variation in temperature and pressure, volcanic activities, earthquakes, forces of wind and water and erosion have been responsible for the changes taken place on the surface of the Earth. Volcanoes and earthquakes are direct evidences of the internal disturbances taken place in the interior of the Earth. Mountains have formed and eroded with time. Valleys were upturned into mountains. Continents once formed were occupied by ocean floors. Certain changes are very quick and sudden, like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, and certain changes are very slow to be noticed. Fossils located on some of the mountaintops indicate that the ocean floor was raised to form mountains. Thus, the Earth once formed has been subjected to constant and continuous changes since its origin.